Hey guys, what's up? We're back. 80K Voice, episode 5. Yay! I'm the only host. Oh wait, no. I'm one of 3 hosts. Oh god, I got something thrown at me. I'm being assaulted. Today on the podcast, we are joined with or by a
first YouTube commenter.
Yeah, one of our first. Well, he was the first on the 80K now. There was my original YouTube that you weren't first to. That was my buddy Julian. Right. Don't peel that off, you son of a... Oh, my God.
Friend of the podcast, let's welcome Tim, Joe Bagwell.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Before we get started, I would like to say, boys, we're international. We got listeners over in Botswana. I checked the stats the other day. Someone in the UK listened at least once.
That bloody bastard, mate.
Hey, bud, message me on Instagram and we'll get to know you.
We'll do a radio interview.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out somehow. Or you could come here. I'll just get my address out. It's 411
Hickory Ridge Drive.
Cut that.
All right, Tim, start us. Let's go around the room.
All right, I'm Tim, and I've never driven a motorcycle, but I really want one. Craig?
Okay, you know what? My name's Craig, and I don't give a shit what Pierre says. I like mangoes.
I'm Pierre, and I think It's Always Sunny might be one of the best shows ever. Over to Joe.
I'm Joe, and the majority of your body is made up of water.
Wow. And
everyone you need to stay hydrated.
We're water.
We are water.
We're just water talking to each other.
Wow.
Just bags of water.
so let's go over to let's kick it over to our favorite corner.
Craig's Corner. Alrighty, guys. We're here kicking it in Craig's Corner today. And you know what? I'm going to revisit a topic that we once did. Gorilla versus bear.
Shout out George Pickering.
Yeah, and George, you couldn't be more wrong about this. Screw your gorilla. Harambe's not real.
No,
bears all the way.
No.
Bears all the way.
Fuck you, Craig.
Well, that's
Fuck
one.
You for bringing up
2.
Harambe.
Mark him down. Mark him.
Go ahead, mark them. Those are well-used F-bombs.
Harambe was real. He got smoked by a rifle.
All because he was saving a little kid.
All I know is that a bear wouldn't have did that.
A bear would have just killed the kid.
Yeah,
so
the kid
we know
dead,
Joe.
So would the bear.
Joe is strongly on the gorilla side of this. Let's hear his argument.
I was also on the gorilla side, so me and Joe are on the same side of the table.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
Sum up my argument in one point. Have you seen a silverback gorilla in action?
Okay, let me answer that with, have you seen a grizzly bear in action?
Yeah. No, you're right. Grizzly bears are scary, but man,
I mean, they tear apart like steel bunkers.
Have you seen that?
I've seen
the girl like beat up by her gorilla. That wasn't even that big of a gorilla.
Do you remember the gorilla
she had to get a new face, dude?
Yeah, monkeys rip people's face off.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Bears just
eat people. You're right.
Yeah, have you seen the news story of the lady who was walking her dog when 2 months after she had a baby in Canada, and a grizzly bear just fucking ate her, the baby, and the dog?
What?
Yeah.
All right, maybe bears are savage. I'm not gonna deny that bears are savage.
Gang,
bang bang.
But in a fight between a bear and a gorilla, we all know like a gorilla is gonna pull a bear's mouth apart and just completely.
You're getting that from King
them.
Kong, and I'm gonna strongly disagree with you.
I mean, have you
all
seen
right, T-Rex loses to King Kong? We get that. But if it was a giant bear,
T-Rex is just a weaker bear.
A bear can catch salmon out of a river. Like, you know how fast you got to be to do that?
Not that fast.
The salmon literally jump out of the water for the bears to just.
Oh, just
grab
for
them.
the bears? Like, oh, here you go, bear.
Well, they're trying to go upstream, so they're in relatively the same spot.
Yeah, no, keep coming at us with the weak sauce.
Bears if they were smarter, maybe.
I think the first thing you should do if you get sponsor money, get a bear, get a gorilla. See what happens.
Or just get a bear.
But we'll do it out of country because fuck PETA.
Well, yeah, you can't do it here.
Starting that war, really?
Come on, man. We're never going to get off the ground if PETA just keeps shitting on
our
us.
first episode, I talked about how I hate bees, how I want to kill them.
Oh, no one likes bees, not even PETA. You guys remember when PETA tried to come for Steve Irwin, and then the whole internet was like, PETA, you can go back to whence you came. They
F off.
exercised them.
But anyway, in real talk, gorillas suck. Grizzlies all the way.
If you gave a gorilla like 20 more IQ points, they would be people.
They would be smarter than people.
People kill bears.
Tim, I'm pretty sure like a gorilla needs like 3 IQ points
People
just to pass
kill-
me.
Gorillas.
Well, that's you.
Harambe.
Yeah. I mean, people also kill bears, Craig. You're not helping our goddamn cause.
Yeah. I mean,
Now, if you want to do the argument, a silverback versus a panda, fine. I'll give it to you.
well, if you're doing that,
The
like,
silverback could barely beat the panda.
oh my God, no. A panda.
Koala bear. Gumnut.
Gumnut.
Do yourselves a favor. Look up
Okay.
Gumnut. the koala.
Gumnut Craigslist. He raped and killed my wife's cat, Miss Kitty.
Oh no.
We're gonna just start doing Craig. We're gonna start doing a
Craig
segment
Amazon
called
reviews.
"Reading Craigslist Ads."
Oh no.
But
Well,
Craig, what's your rebuttal to Joe's argument?
That bear don't play no shit. Like, bears,
Gator don't play no shit.
I mean, maybe if you put a bear up against a kinkajou or something, like a little monkey, maybe the bear would win. I don't know.
I think the
Couldn't
monkey
hit it
from Pirates
too
of the
fast,
Caribbean
you know?
could beat the bear because you can't kill it.
The monkey
just purely outlive it.
Yeah.
just will.
And someone made a good point earlier too. Gorillas have thumbs.
Yeah, gorillas.
Bears
They
do
could.
not.
I have thumbs too, but I can't
You
beat
ever
a grizzly.
You
They're
ever?
also not the size of a grizzly.
Neither is a gorilla.
They're about the same.
I think silverbacks are bigger.
There's mountains in Canada, islands in Canada where the bears literally get 10 feet tall, 450, 600 pounds, that
Whoa,
range.
God.
You really think that could beat a...
Charging
Gorilla?
at you at 30 miles an hour.
Go watch the
Have you
show
seen
with
Donkey
claws
Kong
that are-
do one of his wind-up punches, dude? Can you imagine how much damage that would do? Imagine a real gorilla.
You got me there.
Yeah, right? Donkey Kong.
So are we just going to agree to disagree here?
I think that's the only way
We'll
we're
let the
gonna get past
listeners
this.
decide.
You know what?
Yeah, tweet at us.
I just want to say this though.
If we're going to do an
Gorillas
Instagram
could
and
use
Twitter poll.
tools. Like a gorilla will pick up a rock.
And can sign.
A bear will not try and pick up a rock because
Tim,
they
are you
can't
getting
because they
everything
don't
from
have
Planet?
claws.
Hold on. Are you getting everything from Planet of the Apes here? Do you
No,
think?
like-
do you think like a gorilla's just gonna ride in with an RPG and an AK
No.
for James Franco?
No. No. It's proven. Like gorillas will use tools to do stuff. Like they have functions and stuff. A bear will just be like, I'm a bear. I need some honey. Where's the honey? That's it. Well, this is the longest Craig Corner we ever had, I think.
I'm not sure this is over because you think all bears just like honey. Some bears straight up like people.
Some bears like honey.
Yeah,
I think
poo.
most bears like
Yeah, I
that.
think almost all bears like honey. You give a bear a pot of honey, they're
Well,
shoving their stupid
Joe, you can
claws in
speak
them.
firsthand on this, right?
Yeah, there was a black bear in the area. Excuse me. And my mother and father do. They collect honey and they sell it. And the black bear has been knocking down our
Hives?
Hives, yeah. I
Yeah.
couldn't think of the word. I'm also on the spot a little bit. Pierre got me good.
Well, I think we should cut this segment because I just looked it up and Joe Rogan did a whole segment on this in 2017, so we might get sued.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because Joe Rogan owns the rights to talking about gorillas and
He
bears.
pretty much does. He talks about one almost every podcast.
Well, Joe Rogan can talk about whatever he wants. Honestly, just gonna say it. It's the only reason I started this podcast. So I started watching a couple of Joe Rogan clips. I was like, we could do that.
He's good.
So let's stop here. If someone another guest wants to get in here and throw their hat in the ring in the debate.
That's what we'll do. We'll just have every guest say gorilla or bear, and we'll put their name on the wall or something under the respective animal.
So let's go from the gorilla bear fight to let's talk to Joe. Let's talk about Joe. Let's get to know Joe.
Hi guys.
Joe's like, I
Dojo.
hate this. Can we talk about something besides me?
I mean, what do
Sorry,
you wanna
Joe. This
know,
says
you
topic.
know?
Joe, that's all I wrote down.
I mean, do
All
you
right.
need any more?
If you would like to share, what do you do for a living?
Who are you, Joe?
I do the most boring job there is to do.
Being a mother.
Oh, Jesus. Please don't come for us, moms.
It's basically just data entry. I sit there and type letters and numbers and a keyboard all day. Is the short of it.
That's the short of
All
it.
right. What's
The
the
long and
most
the
interesting
what's-
stuff.
short
okay.
and
All
the
right,
sticky.
all right, Joe. I got a question for you. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Favorite RPG game?
Favorite RPG game? World of Warcraft. All day, every day.
now?
Okay.
Is there a new one coming out?
There is
Are
what's
they-
known as WoW Classic, which was Warcraft
Wow.
as it was when it came out in 2004.
That's
So
when everyone really blew up, right?
That's
See,
when the game was.
now it's cool to
supposedly
play
at
it.
its
Back then it was
best.
just nerds, right?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people played it, but probably 90% nerds. Yeah,
People
you're
who
right.
stuck, the people who stuck around.
They're the ones still playing. Yeah,
Because I used to work with a guy who
He literally has no life.
none.
Leroy
at all.
Jenkins, isn't that from WoW?
Yeah,
He
that's
sure
from WoW.
is. He started everything.
I'd asked my buddy about that video. I was like, what? Like, because I was like saying that, and I don't know why.
Leroy Jenkins.
Like, and he explained it to me. He's like, basically, there's like 12 people standing around. They're like 15 people. Well, however many people. They were like standing
Your
around
number's
trying to.
right.
Don't hit the table.
They were trying to strategize like this like crazy hard cave or something, and like basically it's like you'd run in there and you'd accidentally hit something, and it would just cause this crazy chain reaction.
Yeah.
And so they're like, we need you healing, and we need you to cast this and that. And this guy is just AFK on the side, and then he comes out of nowhere and just screams, "All right, boys, let's get it, Leroy Jenkins!" And he just runs in, and they're all just like, "Did he just run in?"
He
Dude, the
killed
whole
his
video is
whole team.
hilarious. But yeah, didn't like. I feel like my buddy was saying that they kind of ruined it. Like they've been doing updates and they just made it worse and worse with every update.
It's just through optimization. It's just not the same game that it was anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if you like Skyrim, which I know Pierre does for sure.
Oh, I love
think
Skyrim,
he
too.
would have a good time with classic World of Warcraft because it's an RPG, and
Just
it's
like that.
not like how current WoW is.
How did you feel about the movie?
The WoW movie.
Warcraft.
It was cool to see it on the silver screen, but
Enough
other
said.
than that, yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't really follow the story at all.
So what else about Joe? You told me you got a new car. How's that doing?
Not bad. Got a 2009 Cadillac CTS.
The drug dealer extraordinaire.
It looks exactly like a drug dealer's car. Blacked out windows, blacked out rims.
Just completely.
You heard
The
it
only
here
thing
first.
I'm missing is the drugs.
You heard it here first, folks. Get your bricks from Joe.
Did you check the doors though? Did you pop the doors off?
Yeah,
Maybe
did you
they were
look
just
under the
leftover
seats?
drugs.
You know, there could be some stuff left over.
I was like, oh,
It's a
That's
shame
where I got
guy
it from my
it
grandma, so I hope not.
a brick of cocaine. Cool.
We could stop talking about this now.
Guys, seriously, cut it.
Cut this, Tim.
So, Joe, we used to work together. That's how we became friends, and essentially why you're here now.
Pretty
We
much
used
the
to
only-
ride the
So-
bus together.
That's true.
Before you guys worked together, so
2 days a week, I used to ride the bus with you guys.
Is that true?
Yeah. And the only reason I remember because every time Joe would get off the bus, he's like, "All right, guys, watch," and he would sprint past his house. He would throw his book bag by the door, and he would run to the trampoline. And as we were like going by his house, we couldn't see him, and then we'd see him again, and Joe would be like, "I'm gonna do a backflip," and every time Joe did a backflip,
You know, I
and he
don't
could do
remember
the
that
eye
old.
twitch thing, which used to mess with
I
us on the
still
bus.
can.
Let's see it.
Well, you got to get a little closer, but
Oh my!
I used to
God.
be able to do that when I was younger.
Mike Quill. Shout out to Mike Quill, who taught me how to do that in second grade.
Just shake your eyeballs. Like
yeah, that's
what?
pretty much it. Pretend like your head's shaking, but stop moving your head.
So Joe, what's like? I was gonna do this as my topic, but I don't know if we have enough. What was probably your favorite memory of us working at Stewart's?
Stewart's, with you specifically, has to be the time that you got flashed. There's bottom line.
I forget about
I
that.
was just trying to
a
eat my
lot.
mac and cheese in the back, and I hear this lady bitching about a lottery ticket. And Pierre comes back with this ghastly face. I think
She
I just
wasn't
got
even hot.
flashed. No,
she
that's
was like a dude.
that's the worst part.
Just a completely drained of life. Just like them titties
Well,
were like Medusa.
She was trying to scam us with a lottery ticket.
That was like a fake
Yeah.
one.
No, it was a real one, but like she scratched the barcode so hard you couldn't scan it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 4 numbers because you can scan the back of a lottery ticket, but you have to have a 4-digit code to punch it in to match it to the ticket. And she scratched those off too to try and scam us because she was
So
like,
she
oh,
already used that ticket
she already
once.
cashed it in. She wanted to get it again. So she's like, it's right here. And I was like, yeah, but I need the numbers. So she was just complaining. And I called my manager, put him on speaker. And I was like, can I do this? And he was like, no, like you're doing your job. Good work. Good work.
Attaboy.
And she's like, well, I'm going to get you fired. My husband works for the lottery and you're going to lose your job and your manager's going to lose his job. And you guys are assholes and douchebags for not doing this for me. And she's like, you know what? And she lifted up her shirt, flashed me, flipped me off and left. And I was just like, What? The 12-year-old behind her that was probably the best day of his life.
No,
But
probably not.
Well, probably not, but like I was like, next,
Jeez.
and it was our Frito vendor who was next, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm just not having a good day." And then we went back and
No.
we watched it on the film.
And then you saved it on your phone.
Yeah, I think I have the picture somewhere. Everything's blurred out, but still, it's like,
Oh,
Yeah, I have the recording on my phone too.
yeah, like, come on.
so can I start going to your shorts and start flashing you, like pulling my
Well, the
D
difference
out
is,
and
Tim,
whipping
is
it
no
on
one's
the
going to
table?
call the cops on her because she left.
The
You
length
will
someone go
immediately get
for
arrested.
$10.
Oh, what? I'm gonna do it to you or best buds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll just be like, hey, just give me a 3
Hey,
scratcher.
this Twix looks weird. Oh, Tim, that's your wiener.
The Tic Tac, not Twix. What are you talking about?
Like, what is that? Vanilla Twix cut in half? No. Aww.
Jesus. Oh shit.
So Joe, you said silver screen. Do you want to talk about the 2 weeks you spent in
2.5.
California doing movies? Like, what was that about?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you a quick
Just
rundown.
don't spoil the movie though. We haven't seen it yet.
Are you allowed to? Like, did you sign something saying you can't talk about it?
I don't even know if I
If
can
you
tell you
signed-
the name of it.
Don't tell us the name.
I'm
Like,
not gonna.
what made you want to go there? Like, let's talk about that.
So my eldest brother Pete, his friend Tommy, he works in Hollywood. He's what is called a gaffer, I believe.
Hey,
It's-
Craig, you gaff, don't you?
No,
Is that when you go up the poles? What's that?
it's called gaffing.
Yeah, Craig's a gaffer too.
Oh, no
Anyways,
way. You guys basically do the same thing.
Yeah.
So he's like in control of the lighting for each scene, which if you see a movie, 2 hours average, I guess, whatever the average movie is, you're probably spending one day for maybe 10 minutes worth of film. It is the most tedious, boring kind of job what I was doing, which was grip work. So I would set up like, little black things to like cover light and like shape light in certain ways. But it was my first 2 weeks doing that, so I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Basically, I was just running things back and forth the whole time.
so that's kind of like you like kind of making a scene look like it took place in 10 minutes, even though in reality, like maybe the lights changed in the room as the day's gone on.
Well, it's usually in a warehouse, so there's
Oh,
no
okay.
outside light. Every
Yeah.
lighting is deliberate. So they create daytime, they create nighttime, which is really cool to see done.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of it's just sitting there, and I didn't have unlimited data on my phone,
Oh,
so I just
no.
had to sit there and wait.
Just watch these lights.
That was kind of shitty.
Now, did you ever see like an actual actor at all, or were you just?
I didn't see anyone name-worthy, but there were actors there, yeah.
That's still kind of cool.
Oh,
Not-
yeah, it was definitely a great experience.
Not name worthy yet.
Now, I don't know if it's true, but the whole rumor that like Craig could probably confirm or deny the Harrison Ford thing that he was working on the set and filled in, and then he got the role.
I think that's. I'm pretty sure.
Were you
that's true.
hoping for something like that? Like, hey, we need a guy to come here and read lines.
They did need a person who was, I think, just like a 5-second scene going up to have sex with this gay dude, and I thought
you
about it. I won't
That was
lie,
almost
I thought
you?
about raising my hand, but another PA got to it before me. I was like, that's probably for the better. I don't want my mom seeing this movie on Sci-Fi and like, that's my boy.
That's my boy
Don't go up there.
going to have sex with an alien, dude alien.
Dude,
Oh,
alien.
man.
But yeah, you might see the movie on Sci-Fi if you watch those movies.
When
a
it
lot.
gets released,
I do like
we'll
sci-fi
definitely
movies.
we'll name drop it,
Yeah, I would love to have a
and then we'll
Spider on
we'll,
my
we'll,
leg.
we'll find the credits where it says your name,
Oh, we'll
and if it doesn't,
screenshot
we
it.
will freaking riot.
Oh my god!
The guy did get my name and put it down in some Excel spreadsheet, so I better be in those.
It's
title
just like
credits.
J.O. You're like, it's not. You just put my name.
It was just a different guy.
What else you got for us, Joe? What's interesting about Joe?
There's not that much interesting about me, man. I like my PC games. Big Blizzard fanboy, if you didn't already get that.
Blizzard
I
fanboy.
recently bought Cuphead. Which
I
don't
love
know
that
if you guys
game.
are
Oh,
familiar
Joe,
with.
I actually have a question for you
It's a
because I remember
pain.
that piece of crap blue car you used to drive to work that like would never make it to work on time, and
2004 Kia Optima.
like, like you were going home once and just the oil leaked out and you died on the side of the road.
And now he's here.
I
as a
remember the
ghost.
bumper sticker you had on that car for Modern Warfare,
Oh yeah.
and now they're
dude.
remaking it. How do you feel about that?
This is the first I'm hearing about. a
Really?
Modern Warfare 2. remake?
So
No,
what's your opinion?
It's called Modern Warfare.
But Captain Price and Soap are in it, and like they're redoing the story,
Interesting.
and you have to do some research
I
on
think
it.
it's like a not like an alternate universe, but like
A different storyline.
a different storyline.
Oh, like before, or somewhere in between, or something.
I have
like
no
that?
idea, but
Still.
it looks pretty
Huh.
cool. It's not like a prequel, but it's not like I don't know. It's weird. But it's I don't know if you've seen the trailer.
Well, that's
It
the
would
first.
explain more.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, dude, that Cuphead game is super cool. Like
Yeah,
the
it's hard.
graphics and stuff is you're just like pewing at people.
Once I learned that all of that shit is hand drawn, that
Is
blew
it?
my mind. Every single frame.
Dude,
For
of
what is it?
every
It's
enemy.
called Cuphead. It's
I've seen the like.
I have it on my Xbox.
If 1920s had video games, that's what it would look like.
Yeah,
that's
and they
cool.
intentionally made it look like that too. Like
Yeah.
there's some scenes where it's like where like the whites look yellow, but that's because like back then like that's what
White didn't
happened. Sometimes
exist.
like white would like look yellow in certain scenes and white again in other scenes.
I thought that was just before the color white was invented.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, they didn't
Colors
have-
were made by the government.
even the clouds used to be yellow before they invented white.
So, do you have anything else for us, Joe?
I think that's all I got on the
So-
top of my head.
Do you want to play a game?
I'd be down.
All right, let's play a little game here. Now we're gonna do. Oh, I've seen that. It used to be like a silent movie thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It has that feel to it, yeah.
No, I think that like legitimately used to be like a silent movie.
No, I don't think Cuphead was.
No,
a
it used to.
silent movie.
It did used to be like an old timey cartoon.
Yeah.
Cuphead.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
cool. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Oh yeah, me neither. I thought it was just like
The
based
two people
on
who played
like
the game.
yeah.
Didn't know
And
that.
these two are like, "What's that?" I'm like, oh wait, yeah, we know everything about that.
So, do we want to do the would you rather's or elimination first?
I want to try the elimination game.
Elimination?
We
Alright,
haven't
let's-
played that yet.
So what we're gonna do is
Also,
each
I
of
need
us
to
are
make-
gonna give a list of our 3 favorite movies, and then once we all say it, we're gonna start with Tim. We're gonna go around the room and eliminate each other's movies until we have one movie left, and that'll be the best movie. All right.
Sounds good to
Once
me.
all of yours are out, you're done. You can't eliminate anyone else.
All right, so we're probably
So-
gonna have to write each other's movies down.
Yeah,
too, so,
we're
I
gonna
mean,
need a master list.
So I'll start with mine.
we did 3
Yeah,
movies, and then
we'll do 3 TV shows after.
after. Okay.
All right. So I'll start with mine. I have Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Yep, because everyone knows exactly which that one was.
It's the third one.
Yeah, the third.
Saving Private Ryan
It can
and
be
Captain America: The First Avenger.
That was a good one.
All right, Tim.
All right, so for my list, I have Love, Simon, The Green Mile,
Ooh, that's a good one.
and Baby Driver. You'd like that one, Joe, if you haven't
I
seen it.
have not seen Baby Driver.
You should watch
I
Baby
hear
Driver.
good things about it though.
It's amazing.
Joe.
I have Airbud 2, The Shining, and The Wolf of Wall Street.
Ooh, Craig's never seen that movie.
Worth a watch. At least one.
You've never seen that movie, Craig? I
I quote it to him all the time, like, I ain't fucking leaving. And he's like, I don't know why you'd leave anyway. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is he like your
All
second
right.
cousin, or
I have Saving Private Ryan,
That's fine. I mean, we can like the same movies.
Jaws,
surprised?
and Fury.
I will get. Oh, I know. That's a different movie.
Fury's the tank movie?
Yeah, the tank movie.
That was
I
a
gonna
great
say-
movie.
Shia
I was
LaBeouf.
going to say, I will get my
Shia
100, and that's his scalps. So that's Inglorious Bastards.
That's,
That's
a
a
great
glorious
movie,
bastard.
too.
Fine, we can get rid of.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, so I went first, so I'll start with elimination.
All right.
Let's get rid of Love, Simon, because I've never heard of it.
Such a good movie.
Tim?
All right. I will get rid of Airbud 2.
Damn, dude.
Sorry, Joe.
Have you even seen it?
Go ahead, Joe.
No.
I'm gonna take out Captain America.
Oof.
Ah,
Oof.
That
Not
one-
that it's bad.
that one hurts me in the balls a little.
All right. I'm gonna go for
Play the smart thing, Craig, here. I'm not going to like you, but play it smart.
Baby Driver.
Come on! Just be. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have done movies you haven't seen.
I wasn't going to do that. We have a duplicate. Why wouldn't you get rid of mine?
Oh, I didn't know we could.
No, you said Baby Driver. I'm getting rid of your Saving
Yeah, it's
Private
already
Ryan now.
crossed off. I can't uncross it.
All right, Tim.
You gotta go.
I just did. Craig Saving Private Ryan.
Oh. All right. My next one I'm gonna take off is Jaws.
Was that a retaliation
It might have-
cancellation?
It might have been.
Wait, Love Simon was taken off, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm already gonna cross that out.
What do you take, Joe?
Running out of things here. I'm gonna get rid. Can I get rid of the other Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take care of that. We'll nip that in the bud.
Jeez.
Realistic. I mean, if we do elimination game, Tom Hanks would probably win for best actor out of all of us.
Oh, you know which movie Tom Hanks
not
is
wrong.
in?
Ooh,
My movies.
Green Mile.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I'm
But
gonna
his dick
go
doesn't work, so it's
with Lord of the Rings.
And I'm out. My heart is
Oh,
broken.
Here's done.
Sweet. Joe, I'm gonna go with The Shining because I've never actually seen it.
Ooh.
Sorry.
All right. No, it's-
And I didn't actually write down Craig's third
Damn.
one.
Tim's out.
That
What?
was
I'm
Fury.
not out.
Fury.
Oh, it's true. That's true.
You know what? Don't even worry about writing it down. We'll cross it off right now.
So Tim is actually.
I think
Wait,
Tim and I are the only ones with one left.
What was your third movie?
And now it's back to Tim, so Tim wins.
No,
Oh, it's back to me.
You're out.
Oh.
Joe just
Oh,
eliminated
that's
your
right.
Fury. So
Oh.
what do you want, a rock, paper, scissors for Wolf of Wall
Rochambeau.
Street or Green
Rochambeau.
Mile?
Yeah, we'll rock paper,
Those are both
scissors.
great.
Two
Those
out
are
of
both
three.
great movies, though.
I can't believe The Shining was taken off.
I'm sorry,
I would
I
take
haven't
the Wolf
seen
of
it.
Wall
I can't believe Saving
I'm
Private
just
Ryan was
getting
taken off.
warmed up.
Twice.
That's the one with the twins in it.
Twice.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The
Little Danny.
snowstorm.
And the guy with the kid with the finger.
Here's Johnny.
And then the guy, they have like magic powers in their brain or
The
something.
Shine.
The Shine, yeah.
All right, let's see it. Rochambeau.
All right, Joe, you ready?
Just
Ready?
one. Just the one.
2, 3, shoot.
Well, I lost.
Oh, that was an example. That's how we're
Well,
gonna
now
go.
I gave you my strategy. All right, we'll do it again.
I'm gonna go rock.
All right, I'll go scissors.
All right, ready?
One,
1, 2,
two,
3,
three.
shoot.
Damn.
One for me.
We just told each
Tim
other.
wins.
No,
And we
oh,
both
then we're
blew-
not doing 3. That's the 3.
No, we're just doing the one.
Just
All
the
right.
one.
I won.
The
The
Green,
Green
Mile,
Mile.
is the best movie.
I mean, I don't think any of us are upset about it.
No, that's
Like,
a
it's
great
a good
movie.
movie, but
I think
All right.
Saving Private Ryan's the better Tom Hanks with it, but hey.
let's
Hey,
let's kick it over to. I'm running out of paper here. I'm gonna have to rip another sheet out.
me too.
Let's kick it over to TV shows. I'll start.
Jesus.
Oh, nice paper rib ASMR.
It's Always
Before-
Sunny in
Oh,
Philadelphia,
damn. I was going to say
Oh.
before we start.
Oh, wait, yeah, hold on. I gotta write your names down.
The Office,
Oh, shit.
and Family Guy.
Jesus. Hold on.
Let me guess, Joe. Yours is It's Always Sunny, Office, and Family Guy.
Close, but not quite.
He probably didn't do The Office.
I should have.
All
but I
right.
didn't.
Mine, Ancient Aliens.
Is that the
Is that
Aliens
the
guy?
Discovery Channel.
Is that the Aliens guy?
Ancient Aliens. A Haunting.
Oh,
Ooh.
God.
Nope, that's out.
That one brings me back. And then I don't think you two know about it, but maybe Joe does. One Punch Man. It's an
I
anime.
know what it is, but I'm not familiar with it.
That's gonna.
What
be
is it? One Punch Man?
Yeah.
Joe, what you got for me?
I have It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's a given. The Simpsons and Game of Thrones.
Craig.
Sons. I got Game of Thrones. The show Frasier.
Interesting.
Is that the one with the dog?
Yes.
There is a dog in it, yes.
I remember.
And
that show
Always
was-
Sunny.
Wow.
So should we just cross off Sunny now,
No.
since it has
And
a
I'll
huge chance
probably
of winning?
win.
Yeah.
My hand is legit.
And I
I
have
can't
to-
move my pinky right now. Look at that.
Cramping?
I don't know. I've never done that before.
Yeah, it was cramping.
That was the weirdest
Alrighty.
thing ever.
So,
Sorry.
Pierre, you got to kick this off.
All right,
Who's the first one to go?
One Punch Man.
All right.
Wow.
Well, if you guys ever gave that a watch, you actually might like it.
I think that's true.
Just
From
don't
what
like,
I've heard.
You guys don't like animes.
Joe, or no, Tim.
I am going to take off The Office.
Whoa.
Them is fighting words.
It's not my show. You know, it's not my favorite.
I'm gonna take Ancient Aliens. If you ask why, because aliens. That's why.
Aliens told him to do that.
That's
Aliens. I saw something the other day. It was
All
like,
right, I'm axing hard a haunting.
And
and I'm out.
Tim's already gone.
okay,
I'm sorry.
I picked the worst movies. That's or TV shows. That's
I'm gonna
all
get
I-
rid of Frasier.
Ooh, heartbreak.
Joe, your turn.
I'm gonna get rid of Craig's Sonny because he didn't get the Pierre's reference.
Two
on Biagio's
Wars?
cast. Yeah.
What?
It was when they tried to do a podcast, and Dennis is talking to Ben the Soldier.
yeah.
He's like, "We're in two wars. Are they on U.S. soil?"
Fair enough.
Craig, your
Give
turn.
me the milk.
All right. I'm gonna axe off The Simpsons. It was hard, but it has to go.
That's fair. It's all in the name of the game.
I'm gonna get rid of Joe Sonny.
Joe Sonny. Joe just got double dick right there.
Who do I have left?
You both just have Game of Thrones
You know
left.
what? You attack me, Pierre. I attack you. Family Guy.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna get rid of Game of Thrones. Joe's.
Oh, come.
That's it,
Craig's
I'm
like
out.
my own.
So it's you two.
And
I think Pierre wins by default.
I win because I'm getting rid of your Game of Thrones. It's Always Sunny is the best TV show.
No. You guys Rochambeau for it.
Oh, yeah.
of course.
I forgot
We
about
just
that.
Alright, ready?
did
Ready?
this.
I forgot.
Rochambeau.
Fuck! Craig always does rock!
Game of Thrones.
For the record, Craig did scissors, and Pierre did paper.
We should just commentary like rock paper scissors games.
This is one of the most riveting matches I've ever seen.
Did you know
One,
there's
two-
actual strategy to rock paper scissors?
Mine is to tell the
Statistically, someone
person.
goes one of the three more often than not.
Really?
Males go for one, females go for another.
I bet it's
more often
rock.
than not.
I'm just lazy.
Craig always
to
goes for rock.
I don't like to open my
Except
hand.
for right now.
I don't like to do
Bastard.
anything with
Just
my
the
hands.
effort. It's too much.
Game of Thrones, best TV show.
Okay,
out
ladies
there.
and gentlemen.
Agreed.
Swampa. The story continued. All right, guys. So last time we left off last week, I just had told you guys about how Swampa had found his beautiful wife, his warlock son, and a demon in a little cabin down in the Nether. So we also had figured out that demons do not like the color yellow. Swampa had a number 2 Ticonderoga pencil, and he whipped it into the demon's eyes. And the demon said, "Ah, my eyes." And Swampa went over and punched the pencil even deeper into his brain. And
Like a John Wick kind of thing?
yeah, kind of like a John Wick king.
Or the Joker
Yeah,
kind of
that's what I was
thing.
gonna
Or a
say.
Joker kind of thing. Punched it right into his eyes, and next thing you know, boom. Demon exploded. And then Swampa picked up his warlock son and his wife Daisy, and they started hauling ass right for the entrance to the Nether, which was in the swamp. And then Swampa, oh Joe, I don't know if you've up to date. Daisy was the first professional tennis player that was a female.
Uh-huh.
So they're running. They start climbing up the swamp. Swampa grabs the top of the swamp, like the floor of it, because they're underneath it, because they're in the Nether. And he pulls himself up, and he throws his little warlock son on, and he goes to throw his wife on, and unfortunately, a demon had grabbed her foot, and Swampa was telling me, and he said, like, it was probably the hardest he's ever gripped someone in his entire life, but his grip was not enough. The demons actually pulled her back down. But he pulled himself out of the swamp with his son, and his son, with his warlock powers, ended up sealing the swamp. But since he was such a young kid, the swamp was not able to completely seal it. It left a
rift.
It left a tennis ball sized hole in there for things to go into. Swampa made it back to the shore with his son, who unfortunately 3 days later had passed away from pneumonia. And now that's why
ammonia.
pneumonia.
Pomona.
And
He didn't know how to mix his
and
inhalants.
he kind of went crazy. But one day, as he was going past the swamp again, he had his wife's tennis racket and her tennis balls in there. He saw that a hand from the hole started to come out, and that's when he started to hit tennis balls into the swamp, and that's how Swampa became Swampa and how we all have come to know him. Yep.
So what you're telling me
It was not Swampa didn't have a great ending.
is
you
every
know?
time we see just someone, whether it be Swampa or not, we can't confirm, hitting tennis balls into the middle of a swamp, they're protecting us.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a real hero. He didn't want anyone else to feel the way he felt.
Not the hero we needed, but the one we deserved.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Sometimes people. I ran into him in Middle Grove.
No.
That's where I heard the story
Joe,
from him.
you've had a run-in with Swampa, right? Or two, right?
Not as fruitful as Tim's run-in, but every day I would drive down 29, I'd see this car parked on the side of the road next to, you guessed it, a swamp. This guy was always looking at the swamp. I had no idea what his intentions were.
Yeah, you never know what's going through people's minds, you
It's
know?
very true. I think Tim may have saved my life with these stories, because I will not approach Swampa unless I have tennis balls.
Yeah, you give them to him, let him approach you.
Yeah.
You don't want to get up to him too close.
Your mic is off.
Yeah, I think your mic died.
No, I just turned it down. You could still hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, can we talk about something else? This story made me
Yeah,
sad.
no, let's. I can talk about some stuff if you want to move over to the Laporte report.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're gonna talk about a wild boar hunt. So as a
Dun 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 dun.
as a present for me getting married, my father and my best man Craig here decided to take us on a hunting trip. So we went to Pennsylvania on a boar hunt. And my lovely fiance decided to give me the flu a day before we left. Well, actually, I got it a day after we got down there with my sister's new baby, who I was trying to avoid in a tiny house to not get her sick the whole time. Craig, being the mother figure that he really is in my life, took care of me. He made me soup. He cleaned up my puke.
Or did not clean up his puke. I told him, Pierre,
He
it's not a
changed-
good idea to eat 6 fruit roll-ups.
I was feeling better. I wanted some sugar.
Yeah, and
It was a rough time to say the least.
the multicolored vomit that
they brought
soon
me-
followed.
They brought me to whatever
Urgent care.
urgent care. Got me some medication. I started to feel a little better. That day, as soon as we got home, we packed up. Boom, 3-hour car ride to the hunting outfitter. We get to where we're supposed to go that night, and Craig's like, "Oh man, I don't feel so good. It looks, white as a ghost. There's no color to him at all. Just laying on this person's like a couch in the office, like he was gonna die." So we check into this. It's actually a pheasant farm that does pheasant hunts, and like they raise everything in the whole nine, and they have cabins. We checked into the cabin.
Full circle.
We got the fire roaring. I mean, like, not an exaggeration. When I walked out of the bedroom, there was Craig sleeping with a bucket of puke next to him. Yes,
I don't
yeah.
remember.
And my dad passed out right next to him on the floor.
Rubbing his back.
I don't know why they were both sleeping together.
No
Good
way.
Craig.
Yeah.
No, he was on the couch. I was sleeping on the floor.
No, you were both on the floor. When I don't know if his back was bothering, but you were both on the floor.
Really?
I went in there at like 4 a.m. to check on you and give you another pill. And I was like, it is so hot in here. And like you guys are just sweating.
Sweating out
Long
the
story short,
pneumonia.
I gave Craig the flu right after I was getting rid of it. The next morning, we get up. We go on a awesome boar hunt. I get out of the truck and I have babies running up to me, baby boars, because they see the truck, they think they're going to get fed. Because
Can you
he
Put
fills
one down right there.
How morbid.
I'm talking like tiny
Oh, hi,
tiny
little
cat size, like
Oh, he came to feed us.
like
You're gonna
that.
feed
It's like
me
I was like,
soon.
oh my god, what is that? And I turn around, there's just babies charging me because they see the truck and
Yeah.
it's food because he fills the food the feeders once a week so they don't get like used to the truck and but the babies do.
Oh, I see.
So Craig's all up in his tree stand. We drop my dad off, and he's walking me to my spot. Some boars jump up here and there, take off, and I was like, oh wow, they're faster than I thought. You don't think about it that they like lightning. And we stop, and we're both just kind of like, oh, something didn't look right behind a fallen tree, and there was just about a softball sized just gap where you see something black. So he took my gun to use the scope, and he was like, oh, that's a monster boar. It's one of the biggest ones I have on the mountain. So I take the shot, plug it, it drops. He goes to get the tractor. I'm walking back. I slip on ice, and he was like, if you fall, don't get a hold of someone because they will eat you.
The pigs?
Oh yeah,
Or the boars?
because after we gutted it, 20 minutes later. By the way, Tim's the last one to steal the cookie from the last episode.
It's
20
been there a week.
20 minutes later, the other boars were there eating the guts of the one that I shot.
Wow.
Yeah. He's had 7 major accidents where people got charged. And it's like, it's out of his control because he's not with them. So
Because they fell?
no,
and
no,
the pigs were attacking them?
His son had fallen because there's caves on the mountain. And like if you walk in front of it, they'll run out of the caves because they're scared. And they hit his son and knocked him down the mountain.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like he was telling me one story. This lady shot, and it was just a monster, huge tusks, and it was just bleeding and leaned up against a tree. And she went, "Oh my god!" And the boar heard them, saw them, and started charging them. And he was like, "Give me the gun, give me the gun, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it!" And she froze because she was terrified. He took the gun, and he said by the time he swung around, he barrel stuffed it like it was about 3 inches from the barrel when he pulled the trigger to kill it, or else it would have got him. Wow. And it was just like I slipped on ice, and I was just laying there for a minute, like just to gather myself because it hurt, and I was like, I should probably get up. I'm a little fat. I'm looking like a big old snack right now.
You snack.
So we all ended up tagging out with all great boards. It was a great time. We have some sausage. We're getting the Euro mounts done to our skulls. It was a great time. I can't thank my dad and Craig enough, and we're definitely going to go back this fall. Tim might go with us. Tim might hunt a buffalo.
They got buffalo there?
They have buffalo there.
I'll tell you what. I had a buffalo burger once, and if I could have 1,000 pounds of that, I would not be. I would not be upset.
It was awesome. He was just a great guy, and like, not even exaggerating. He's in Pennsylvania, but like, it's technically Pennsylvania. His backyard, there's I don't know what river it was, but that was the dividing line, and it was like, you could probably throw a baseball from his backyard, and it would land in New York.
Oh, no
That's
way.
how close it is. It was really cool.
Right on the edge.
But
yeah,
it was,
like literally where we stayed, like the pheasant farm was in New York.
Yeah, it was.
And it was
like
like
a
5 minutes
four
away.
or 5 minute drive to his, and it was in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like no service down there, so if Craig got really sick, Craig died. He would have died. But
It's very close.
We're
to.
definitely going to do that again this winter. We're
Just
going to
minus the sick part.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. We're going to do a cabin podcast because apparently a bunch of people want to go with us.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to do a podcast in the cabin. We have my bachelor party. We're doing a fishing trip. We're going to do a podcast on the boat, boys. Deep sea fishing podcast.
That's not. This is very expensive stuff.
Tim's like, I get very seasick.
I am going to need to take the podcast off. I've had a couple of requests to do a pig roast podcast with my buddy who has a birthday party every year that I've been going to. So it might be like a Tim Adventure podcast one of these days. That's in like August though.
Yeah. So that was an awesome just experience I had. I know Craig had a good time except for, well, he actually, the morning it was about 6 a.m. we were loading up the truck and he was like, leave me here because we had a 2-day hunt planned. Leave me here. I'll go tomorrow. And, you know, me being the fantastic friend that I am to Craig.
Yeah,
I wasn't
giving it to me.
Not my fault. I wasn't going to let Craig spend all that money and then not go on the hunt. You know, we had to carry each other out of the woods because we were so tired. But, you know, in the end, it was all worth it. It's a great story now, and it's memories you wouldn't trade for anything, and we're definitely going to keep doing it. Tim's going to come this year. We're going to do pheasant hunting. Tim's going to get a buffalo with his bow.
Yeah. Maybe we should bring some Sunny D, some vitamin C, boost our immune system.
We were drinking, what are those things called?
Pedialytes?
Pedialytes.
The like kids drinks?
Yeah.
Like the electrolytes
Yeah,
stuff?
we were drinking those like crazy. Nothing could stop it.
And you both still got sick.
Yeah. So that wraps
was
up
a
my
feud.
story. If any of you want to know more about the hunt or where we went, anything like that, just DM us. We'll point you in the right direction. Let's get back into. Let's play another game.
Yeah, I love playing games. What do you think, Joe?
Would you rather?
I think Would You Rather's a good idea.
Yeah,
I
good-
think
good
Joe
idea,
being
Joe.
the guest, Joe can kick us off.
Let's hear it, Joe.
We'll go Joe, and then we'll
Yeah, Craig.
clockwise. We'll go to Craig, and then we'll keep going.
So the first one I started with is would you rather eat a candle once a week, just one candle's worth of wax once
Yeah,
a week?
what size candle we
yeah,
talking?
like
Like
a
Jack-
candlestick?
Let's
or
just
like,
say an average candle,
Average
something
candle?
like the one right here.
Oh,
You can't
that's
see,
like a
but
pint.
it's an average
That is
sized
a lot
like
of
a
candle to
pint.
eat a week.
All right,
That's
all
a lot
right.
of wax.
Lubie.
Or
Or
drink the family-sized bottle of Red Hot once a month.
I think I
Pierre
do
does
that
that anyways.
I do that anyway.
Well, you're gonna have to
In-
do it in one sitting.
in one go.
One bottle.
That-
That's like the
God.
whole.
That
You
sounds
can't
like
drink
fire
a gallon of
sh-
milk in under 5 minutes. Bitch, please.
Well, you
You can't.
but you can't keep it down. That's the thing.
Milk will.
I think I've done that.
You've not drinking a gallon of milk in 5 minutes.
I think I have.
Also, the challenge is drinking a gallon of
All
milk
right,
in
but
an hour.
I'll go with
You
the
gotta
Red
pull
Hot.
55 minutes off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
fine.
gonna
I
go
think I
with.
can
I'm
do
gonna
it
go
in
with Red Hot.
I'll do the Red Hot.
Do the Red Hot.
I'm
I
gonna get-
think I'd eat the candle, to be honest. I can't do spicy.
I'm with
'Cause
Tim.
That would fuck me up for a week.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
I
yeah, you're
drank
gonna
it,
get-
I
You're
might
gonna
have to
get
go to
a
the
stomach
hospital.
ulcer. You're gonna get the squirts.
Yeah.
And it's just wax. If you eat the candle, that's not too harmful.
But will it pass through your body or will it like
Yeah,
harden
it'll
in your
pass,
throat?
As long as
and-
you chew, you know.
Oh, we can't drink it?
No, you can't
It
drink
can't be
it.
hot wax. Your
Yeah,
whole
why would
throat
you-
would be coated.
That's fine.
You'll
It's going to be
die.
coated no matter what.
No, because you'd be chowing down on it.
Oh, we're chowing it?
Yeah.
All right.
Chow, chow,
Did
chow.
everyone answer?
Yeah.
All right,
we're
Craig,
gonna-
That
what
was a
you
good one,
got?
Joe.
All right. Here's mine. Would you rather have every single one of your shirts be itchy, or use one-ply TP for the rest of your life?
Wait,
One ply
can you
TP.
repeat that?
Would you rather have every single shirt that you own be itchy, or use one-ply toilet paper for the rest of your life?
I'm gonna go one ply because I'll just double up.
I'll
Yeah,
do one
'cause you
ply
can
because the
fold
Lord
more.
gave you fingernails for a reason.
Yikes.
I'm going one-ply as well.
Yeah, why would you ever want to have itchy shirts forever? That sounds
Okay.
Being a
horrible.
person
Stewart's
with
has one ply,
psoriasis,
man.
I do not recommend it.
You're 10 ply, bud.
All right. So, would you rather know when or how you die?
How? I bet I could guess.
No, how?
When?
So if
Think
you
about
know
it.
how that makes it unavoidable still.
No
like-
matter what, it's how you die.
Okay.
And it doesn't tell you when. I'd rather go when just because, like, say, oh, you die in 64 years. You know, you can live a life. Or
Yeah,
you,
but what
you
if
die
it's-
next week. You're going to live the best life you can. But knowing how you die. Oh, you die in a tragic car accident. Was I in the car? Yeah, we can't tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you were crossing the street and two cars went head on with each other and you were the sandwich in the middle.
You might have just changed my mind.
You're going to be living in fear the whole time.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, but
going
then what
when.
if you're like, I want to know how long, and it's like 10 seconds. It's like,
Well, then,
oh!
there you go.
Then
That's
you
it.
can't do- you
Craig,
can't-
do you change your mind?
No. I still want to know how I
Still
would
going?
die.
Wow.
I
Does
just
it-
feel,
'cause,
like, what if it's
not-
boring, though?
well,
Like,
just
old
listen,
age.
Just listen.
Oh.
So if you know when you're gonna die, you're gonna be like I told him,
On edge?
Yeah, on edge. Just,
Well, yeah,
let-
but
just
you would
relax. Let things
But
happen.
can you die before that? Can you die before that?
I would say no.
No. Like,
No.
that, just say, like
it's
the
definite?
second you become alive, everything is set. No matter everything in your life is set in stone. That's what happens, no matter what.
Okay, I got want to know when.
I'm going when, just
Yeah.
to live your life to it.
I'm going how?
You convinced me,
Yeah.
bud.
Tim, what you got?
I could see it.
All right,
I don't, but I do.
Would you guys rather cough up moths every time you coughed, or shit worms?
I'm going moths, just because Connor's deathly afraid of them. Oh, babe, I don't feel good. Just watch her scream and cry.
Worms all day, baby.
Yeah, I was
I'm
thinking
going
worms.
moths.
Really?
Oh, you want
Wait,
that
are the
powder
worms
in your
alive?
mouth?
Like, do you feel them squiggling as they're coming out?
Yeah. But they
Ooh.
manifest in your pooper,
Uh,
so like they're not like going
right in
through
your
whole.
dumper.
Yeah, right in your dumper.
I'm gonna
But
change
then,
your name to
could you
Eddie
imagine-
Spaghetti.
If you didn't get it, and then you had to pull like half of one out,
Ooh.
it would just like.
Now, do you still have to wipe with the one ply?
Yeah,
Yeah,
worms in
all
one
flies.
ply.
And that's how you die.
Jesus.
All right, Joe, what you got?
The second one, never use your phone again and live an additional 20 years, or keep your phone and lose 20.
I don't give a shit about my phone.
You say that, but
Live 20 years.
Well, what kind of life do you have with the extra? Am I just the old
You're
guy
going way
that's
too in
taking
depth for this.
But am I the old guy taking a bath in the mall because I don't know where I am and pretty much brain dead, or
'Cause you didn't have
am
your
I
phone, you
having
got
fun?
lost. You can have as much fun as you want.
Oh, then I'm getting
Say
rid
you're
of the
living till
phone
60,
and I'm
you're gonna live till
I'm
80.
taking a bath in the mall for fun.
All right. All right.
Who's that? Nah.
I think I'd get rid of the phone too. I think I could do it. You ever like
Your
break
your
your
life would
phone
be
for
so
a
much
week?
more. Yeah, you're like
Yeah.
your life is just so much more simple.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
It's true.
And you don't have to worry about bad news. You know, bad news happens when you get home.
yeah,
No one can call you with bad news.
Your mom's in the hospital at 8 a.m. By the time you get home, she's
She
already
might be
gone.
out.
Oh, one less thing to deal with, right?
No,
Jesus.
no stressing all day. She's probably home. You know, everything's good.
That was dark. I
Oh
don't
my
condone what I just said.
I don't condone.
Craig, what do you got?
My next one. Would you rather fight a bear or a gorilla?
Craig, you're a son of a bitch. That's mine.
I'd rather fight a bear because bears are bitches.
I'd rather
Yeah.
fight a
Bears
gorilla
are a
because
bunch of
them's
pussies.
is bitches. All right,
Gorilla.
so I'm gonna do my last one because Craig just stole mine.
No, you got.
I'm gonna fill
You
in
did
another
the
one.
exact same.
Literally the exact same.
Craig, don't copy next time. It's boring.
Would you rather wipe with a pine cone or poison ivy?
A pine cone.
Pine
That's
cone.
like abrasive. That's good. That's good shit right there.
You're telling me you'd rather
Good
wipe
pun.
your ass
I didn't
with
answer.
poison ivy?
I didn't answer.
Okay, well you were giving Tim
You
a weird look.
Yeah, like I said pine cone. You're like, what,
what?
weirdo?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm not talking about
What erotica are you into?
Ugh, you
What?
fucking
I'm not
freak.
talking about like the pine cones that are all folded down and nice and smooth. I'm talking like
Rigid.
full dried out bristles.
Good.
out,
It's like the Tostitos
Yeah,
scoops.
exactly.
Tostitos. Well,
Yeah.
you sold me, Craig. I'm in.
Yeah,
but
we're
the
all pine cone
cones,
guys.
You don't know when you're done wiping. 'Cause
True,
it's the
they're all
same
brown.
color.
Ooh.
Go
So
grab
you
the
could
green
be
one.
going forever until you
But,
see
some
red,
people are
then you
immune to
gotta
poison
stop.
ivy, so maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah.
I know I'm not. So I'm not doing that.
Tim,
All right, so this one, would you guys rather get hit in the knees with a bat or stomp on nails?
How long do I have to stomp on these nails?
Like 2 good stomps.
2 good stomps.
But you
One for
both-
each foot.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
kind of nails
Bop,
are they?
bop.
Are they like finishing nails, or are they like
They're
freaking
like
framing nails?
framing nails. Like
who's swinging the bat? Because if it's like Craig or Barry Bonds, that really makes up
That
for
does
it.
make a difference, yeah.
it's a professional baseball player.
Okay, so death.
So Dad,
Well,
Death
considering
is
if they hit me
nails.
right in my kneecaps with a baseball bat, chances are I'm not walking again. So I'm gonna go with the nails.
Yeah, I think I'm going nails too.
Beer,
nails.
Tim.
Bat.
Oh my God.
I just
Joe?
want to be different.
So this one, I do have to credit Tosh.0 because this is where I got it from. Wrestle your dad naked or wrestle an alligator.
Alligator.
Gator don't play no shit.
You're going to die if you...
Also, my dad's
Fight an
like
alligator.
shredded, so.
Well, it doesn't say you have to win.
Oh yeah, I
You
guess
could
I could
fight
just
But
naked
lose.
he's
and
butt
lose.
ass naked. I'm not wrestling another
Well,
man.
you're both naked.
Yeah.
No, I'm wrestling.
Am I wrestling
the
the gator naked too?
Be embarrassed for 20 minutes or die. That's basically what
20
the
minutes
question
in the
was.
rest of my life.
I think I
That's
could.
true.
I think I could beat up an alligator.
I can't.
Gator
But
don't
I'll
play no
style-
shit.
I'll give it
Oh,
the old
don't.
college try.
Don't shoot him.
I'll probably go gator too anyway.
I'll go barrel roll on the. I'll barrel roll the gator. I'll grab its arm and I'll just start throwing around.
He'll do it the other way and you'll just get into a standstill.
All right, here's my last one. Would you rather ride an ostrich or get kicked in the face by an emu?
Is that even a fucking question?
I'm going to ride the
Have fun riding an ostrich.
I want to ride an ostrich.
I don't think it's for you.
I don't
They
think you
probably
could.
can't. I'm fat as fuck, and they're tiny. Well, they're not tiny, but they can't hold this.
Pierre said the F word. Someone mark it down like I've been getting marked.
Yeah, Tim, I'm 1 to your 17 in the past 2 podcasts.
Oh, it's fucked up.
18.
18.
Yeah, Craig, that's like, do you want candy or cancer? It's like, candy?
So ride an ostrich?
Yeah.
No, I want to get kicked just so I can say I got kicked by an emu.
All right, my turn.
Yep,
Joe-
your last one.
I'm making this. Well, I'm not making it up on the fly, but I might need your help with the wording. It's from Family Guy.
Okay.
Would you rather reshingle an entire apartment complex by yourself on an August day, or I think it's
Whatever it is.
It's Sean Connery's head on Kane Upton's body with a lot of neck kissing and eye contact.
Oh.
I think you're spot on with it too. So
I think I'd rather do the roofing.
The
do I
damage is
get
done.
sunscreen? I burn quite
Nope,
easily.
nope, no sunscreen.
Oh, well, that's just a
I'm
death
I'm
wish for
death,
me.
yeah, so
And
I gotta
you're
go
a
the other
Fulton
way.
County roofer too, so like no sunscreen, cargo shorts, and cigarettes the whole time.
Well, yeah,
You gotta be doing meth.
Gotta have your Marlboros.
Oh, I can't even get on a roof
Eagles.
unless I'm high.
They can't afford
Yeah,
Mars.
Eagle 20s.
Eagle
So
20s.
Tim, what's your answer?
The roof.
I think I'm gonna roof. Just it's good. Good
Roof.
To know.
Sean
Ooh,
Connery.
There we go.
But all that scruff on the neck, man.
Yeah,
Little
roof,
turkey
roof,
neck.
roof.
Connery.
Oh, the damage is done.
It's
How
an
about you,
entire
bud?
apartment complex.
We always do that. Well, like, all right, we'll say
Speculation
ours and then we'll
helps.
go
I think
around
I'll
and
do the
skip
apartment
person who
complex
said
too.
it.
All right, Tim.
My last one. Would you guys rather get paper cuts in between your fingernails or your finger, like the webs of your fingers,
Or your
or
pee hole?
the webs of your the webs of your toes? Either way, it kind of fucking sucks.
Toes. Because I feel like your toes don't spread apart as much as your fingers do.
Yeah, but I feel like your
Yeah,
toes
but
will
when
get
you're
more
walking-
Yeah, but
infected,
your
though.
fingers will like easily reopen and they'll never. heal.
Yeah,
Yeah, you use your fingers a lot more than.
but your
toes.
feet sweat in your socks all day, and
Yeah,
that's
but
just a
there's-
recipe for losing a foot.
Yeah, but they're still not spreading like that, so it's not opening as much.
Well, maybe you guys don't have spready finger toes, but I do.
I'm going toes. Getting my toes cut.
Finners.
Greg, what is going on with your headset?
Finners.
Craig's sick of hearing us in his left
You look
ear.
like a DJ.
Craig currently has one of his earbuds flipped the outside.
for the world to hear.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, you got a last one? Or you started, right?
Oh, I did my 3. Yeah.
All
I
right,
think that
so
was
let's do our closing tips. Tim, you want to start it?
Yeah, I always start it, and I always am ready for this.
Joe, you want to start it?
Yay.
it. For a tip,
Our closing tip.
my tip would be Coke is better than Pepsi.
All right.
That's not a tip.
Probably better than
More
meth,
of an
too.
opinion, but
Yeah. When you
I
started
agree.
with Coke, I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, duh. Like, cocaine is better than Pepsi for your body.
well, yeah.
Get you hyped.
Be more prepared. Your boy here doesn't have a tip.
Be prepared.
Good tip.
Mine is fight everyone on anything for no reason and fight them hard.
And mine will be don't let someone who's being stubborn. Nah, I fucked up. I fucked that up.
All
Never
right,
mind.
so
Get you down, maybe.
yeah, don't.
we're
let-
on all social
No, I got a
medias.
good one. It's coming. It's on the tip of my tongue.
so you just be quiet. We'll do the social medias.
Okay, I'll
When
come-
you got it, you just sprint
Come back to me. Yeah.
All right. So we're on almost all the social media platforms under ADK Voice. You guys have any questions, any tips? You want to be a guest? Shoot us a DM, shoot us a tweet, tag us in your Instagram post, whatever you want. Hit us up on the Facebook. We got producer Joe here. He might be a more than regular guest coming up.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I got a tip.
Oh, here it is.
Got a tip. Got a tip.
Oh, here we
Make
a tip.
make sure you get enough sunlight in your life because if you don't, you'll get depressed.
Got vitamin D.
All
There
right.
it is,
Yeah.
everyone. I'm Pierre from ADK Voice.
I'm Craig from 80K Voice.
I'm Tim from 80K Voice.
And I'm Joe.
And that's it. And thank you for listening.
Bye.
Peace.
Yeah, but the pine cones, you don't know when you're done wiping because it's the same color. So you could be going forever until you see red, then you know to stop.